Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I thank everybody for tuning in. This is another video or podcast of Straight Talk with your man Definite. I am your host, Definite, and I welcome you, and I thank you for tuning in. Uh, I'm gonna do this podcast on my Young Man Chronicles. For those that's been following uh, my audios of Young Man Chronicles, and this basically just me, um, sharing some of my experiences, when I was younger. Uh, you know what I mean? But this one, it's going to be Young Man Chronicles, I believe, part 4. Yeah, we did 3 of them so far. Audio. This is the first one, video. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm going to start off where um, I my mother first died, and that was a hard time. And through that time, I was really lost, man. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a lot. You know what I mean? My mother was truly all I really had, and you know what I'm saying? I knew when she died, I knew shit was about to get real. And I knew that, you know what I'm saying? So as soon as she died, man, I got a job with my uncle Jimmy. He had got me a security job. You know what I mean? And it was in Elizabeth. And well, it was a security agency, and they were in Newark at the 1199 building, downtown Newark. But where they stationed me at was in Elizabeth. You know what I'm saying? And I was working at Perpetti Eggs. I was had the graveyard shift, so I was doing that for a minute. But I was having problems with the security agency, man. They wasn't their checks were, you know what I mean. Nobody would accept their checks. You know what I mean. This is back in the day before, you know what I mean. So I was still getting paper checks. So yeah, that's how long ago this was. It was like 2004. Yeah. So yeah, no cash checking spot would accept their checks, and my bank account, I had messed that up. My credit was shot, so I wasn't able to have my bank account. My bank account ended up getting closed and all that. So long story short, I left them. I left that job that my uncle got me, and I ended up getting back my old job, working at the Robert Tree Hotel doing security over there. Um, yeah, basically, I just went over there one day, and the guy that used to run it, this guy named Alex, I just went in there and I talked to him, man. I told him my situation, man. I said, yo, you know, I need my job back, man. I'm going through it hard, man. This, that, and the other. And he was just like, all right. And he's like, you still got your uniform? He was like, come back Wednesday, and you know, we'll get you going. And I came back and boom, had my job back. But yeah, so I was working, so that was good. But I was going through a lot of things at the house that me and my mom lived in till she died, and then my brother owned the house, so it was in his name. He bought the house for her. So after she died, he wasn't keeping up the mortgage or nothing like that, and you know what I mean. Um, Saying we ended up losing the fucking house in foreclosure. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I missed that house too, man. That was a nice house, man. It really was. Right in the hillside, man, on Hillside Ave. Word up, right by Route 22. I missed that house, yo. Had a what's called in the back, not a balcony, like a patio. Had a little patio in the back and shit. I used to go back there chilling, You know what I mean? That's when you had the cordless phones and shit. This is back in the day, yo. I had the cordless phone. I thought I was stunting. You know what I'm saying? I had the cordless phone. I had my little drink in the summertime, sitting in the patio, talking on the phone to a shorty doo-wop and sipping on my drink. You know what I mean? Life was good until, all that happened. My mom's passed, and then we ended up losing the house. And I had met a young lady at that time, and you know what I'm saying? I told her my situation. Me and her was just starting to get to know each other. I was feeling her, she was feeling me. I ended up meeting her at my job, the Robert Tree Hotel. Because this was back in 2004. She was going to Rutgers. And that was back when Rutgers had a couple of their dorms had a big fire and they all burnt down. So the owner of the Robert Tree Hotel, he struck a deal with whoever, with Rutgers, and he let the children stay at his hotel. So he has got that deal. So they were staying there, and she was in Rutgers, and I met her, and I was doing security, so I used to see her all the time. I thought she was cute, you know what I'm saying? She was quiet, you know what I mean? She didn't really hang out like the rest of the students did. You know what I mean? She was just, I see her, go to the elevator, after, the classes was over, then they come back to the hotel, you know what I mean? And I'd see her waiting for the elevator, and she'll be looking at me, and I'll be looking at her. And then, one night she came downstairs, and you know what I mean? I forgot how we started talking, but we just started talking, man, and boom, that was it, man. She gave me her number, and you know what I'm saying? We started kicking it. So me and her got a place together. You know what I mean? I ended up moving out the house, and me and her got an apartment in East Orange. And you know what I mean? So we had a place over there. Now we were living in this building, and you know what I mean? I'm from Vauxhall, you know what I'm saying? It's not the ghetto, it's not the hood, but it's not the suburbs either. It's in between, it was all black. There's a section in Union. But I lived good. I lived good when I was in Vauxhall. You know what I mean? Yeah, we might have had roaches, but you know what I'm saying? No mice or bed bugs, you know what I'm saying? And all that. Yeah, it was drugs in Vauxhall. It was drugs everywhere, but you know what I mean? When I got to East Orange, yo, and got to that building on North Orton and Park Ave. Yo, it was a culture shock, man. You know what I'm saying? Mice and shit. I don't like mice. They have fucking mice, bed bugs, and roaches. And the roaches were different from the roaches I grew up with. These motherfuckers would get, project motherfucking roaches. Them motherfuckers is huge. That's a different breed, baby. So anyway, yeah. So everything was good. I had got me a job at UPS. Well, first I was working at this kitchen in Montclair State University, and then that ended up working out, and then I got a job at UPS. I was working at UPS in Parsippany. That didn't work out. So after that, then I got another job working in another kitchen, and I think that was in Parsippany too. Yeah, it was. I was in Parsippany too. Yeah, you know what I mean? GSK, you know what I'm saying? It's a pharmaceutical company, but I was working in the kitchen. So I was getting used to living with a woman. You know what I mean? Up until that time, I was only females I ever lived with my family. So now I'm living with a female that I'm romantically and linked up with. So it was different because I was used to coming and going, like what I'm saying, like I please. And my girlfriend at the time, I'm not gonna mention her name, but she wasn't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? So, we was getting into a lot of, you know, problems about that. As far as me hanging out. She didn't want me going to clubs. She didn't want me going to the go-go bar. She didn't like me hanging out late. You know what I'm saying? And that was a problem, man, because I was young. You know what I'm saying? I was like in my early 30s, man. I was still in my party stage, man. So, you know what I mean? I get paid on Friday. Shit. You know what I mean? I want to go out. You know what I mean? And, she didn't party like me. You know what I'm saying? She was a lot more reserved, a lot more quiet, you know what I mean? And, she didn't really, do all that. So, you know what I mean? For her, a good time would be, uh, cooking or getting some good food and, sitting, watching TV, drinking a cup of tea, and she have her little pastry, reading a book. And that was fun to her, but, you know what I mean? At the time, that shit wasn't fun for me. I'm like, yo. You know what I mean? I'm ready to make it happen. I want to party, man. So through that period, you know what I'm saying, I was getting, you know what I mean? I don't know what it was, man. I guess, you know what I mean? Because I was grieving at the time still, too. You know what I mean? My mom was gone, so, you know what I mean? I was going through a lot. I was drinking heavy, man. Smoking mad weed. And, you know what I mean? I was out there, bro, because I really didn't give a fuck at that moment, My mom was gone, man. So I ain't give a fuck. I was just doing me. But at that time, you know, I couldn't keep a job and, I was working and then something happened and, then that was around 2008 when Obama was in office and you remember the first he had gave us the unemployment, the unextended unemployment. Man, I had fucking unemployment for 2 years. I just kept getting extensions and extensions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? The money I was getting wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you supposed to use the money to look for work, but shit, I was drinking, smoking, buying food, whatever. You know what I mean? While my girlfriend at the time was working, I wasn't doing shit. I'm gonna be totally honest. I wasn't doing nothing, and she put up with it. You know what I'm saying? Cause she loved me, man, and she had faith in me. She figured I'd get it together soon. You know what I mean? But if that wasn't bad enough, me laying up on my ass, not doing shit, letting this woman take care of me. Uh, on top of that, I had the audacity to be cheating on her. You know what I mean? Around this time, that's when all the social sites was really coming out. So somebody put me on tag. My homegirl from Texas. I miss her too, man. Clara, yo. Mexican chick, man. You know what I mean? She got married and shit. And after that, her husband didn't want me to fucking contact her no more. I don't know what it is, but dudes always single me out. Like they don't want their girlfriends to talk to me. I don't know why. But anyway, so boom. I started getting on tag. Clara put me on tag. And when she put me on tag, bruh, whew, I mean, chicks was coming out the woodworks, you know what I'm saying? Every time I used to check my inbox, it was like 5, 6 phone numbers in there. You know what I mean? Give me a call, give me a call. I'm like, damn. And these chicks was close too, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful. Beautiful women. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So I'm going wild, man. While she at work, I'm on the computer setting shit up. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, what you doing today, yo? You know what I mean? Oh, all right. What time you get off work? Oh, you don't work today? Oh, you know what I mean? Yo, let's link up. You know what I'm saying? You smoke, you drink, what's up? Well, all right. You know what I mean? And we link up, man. Smoke something, drink, end up smashing. Or sometimes we just made out or whatever. And yeah. And then, I used to have to come home after having sex with a woman. I had to come home to, I almost said her name, but I had to come home to her. And, you know what I mean? Before I come in, you know what I'm saying? I'm wiping my mouth, making sure I ain't got no lipstick on my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Pat my shit down, make sure I ain't got no hair. Cause you know women, man, y'all know y'all observing like a motherfucker. Shit. You know what I mean? So I'm making sure you know what I mean? I do all that before I even fucking come in. And I come in and then boom, you know what I'm saying? She'd be just so happy to see me, you know what I mean? And then I used to feel bad, man. You know what I mean? I sit there, I have my little drink and I'm drinking and you know what I mean? We had a cat too, Caddington. She named him and shit, fucking Caddington. I said, what the fuck? Is he a reggae fucking cat or something? Fucking Caddington and shit. Booyaka, booyaka. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. But yeah, we was like a little family, you know what I'm saying? And I remember one time in particular, I spent the whole weekend out this time. I had met up with some chick, man. We spent the whole weekend up in the telly. You know what I mean? I don't remember what I told her. I told my girl at the time. I don't know what I told her. I told her something. I think I said I was with my cousin or something. I made up something. I don't remember. And she went for it. And you know what I'm saying? Boom. Um, Damn, motherfuckers always hit me up while I'm trying to do these fucking podcasts, man. But anyway, you know what I mean? I spent the whole weekend with this chick, got butt ill naked, you know what I'm saying? Hot tub and all that. So, you know what I mean? I come home that Monday morning and when I'm coming down the street and she's just sitting on the fucking porch. So I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming. I got a bag full of shit that this chick done, you know what I mean, brought me and shit. She brought me like bottles of liquor and food and shit. You know what I mean? So I approached the porch. I'm thinking my girl about to go off on me and shit. So I'm like, hey, what's up? She was like, where have you been? You know what I mean? Looked like she had been crying too. So I'm like, oh shit. So I told her, you know, yeah, no, I was with my cousin. Remember this, that. She was like, all right. She said, but, you know, next time just, you know, call me, you know, let me know you're okay. I was worried. I didn't know, you know, what happened, this, that, and the other. I was like, all right, no problem, babe. And after that, that was it. She gave me a kiss and she was like, you hungry? I was like, yeah. And, you know, she was like, all right, come on. Went upstairs and she fixed me something to eat. And, you know, I'm sitting on the floor. I broke, you know what I mean? I don't open up one of the bottles of rum that the chick I just got finished smashing for the weekend gave me. And I'm sitting there having a drink. And I'm on the floor playing with the cat. And, you know what I mean? My girl's sitting next to me on the couch. And she was just like, look, we're a family, you know? She's like, even the cat missed you. And, you know what I mean? I looked at the cat. And he's all rubbing his head on my leg. And she's sitting there next to me, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, damn, you're a fucking asshole. Like, seriously, man. Like, she's a good woman, yo. She love you, man. And you out here fucking around, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, I was doing that for throughout the whole relationship, man. I probably cheated on her more than I ever cheated in my life. And like I said, it was just at that time, it was just a bad time. It was a good time for me because you know she saved me, yo. She saved me from the streets. I couldn't afford a place by myself at the time, so it was a perfect time for me, but it was a bad time for her because you know I wasn't able to give her what she deserved. And you know now, you know what I mean. You know, since we broke up in 2011. Um, she kicked me out. You know what I mean? Because I forgot her birthday. And I guess that was just the last straw for her. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't have any, you know, nothing left to give. And, you know, she had to do it for herself, you know. And, you know, she gave me a deadline, you know. Gave me a deadline like a week there, you know, find somewhere to go. And that's how I ended up in Broadway with my uncle, you know, because I had nowhere else to go, so I asked my uncle if I could stay, you know, go over there. So At first, he didn't want to let me go, but I had my cousin, which is his son, talk to him. So he talked to him for me, and my cousin called me back. Was like, "Yeah, you good?" And you know what I'm saying. So I ended up moving over there, and you know, I ended up getting married after that to another lady. But yeah, you know, I think about, you know, my ex, the one I was just talking about. I think about her a lot, you know, but she was a good woman, and you know, she did a lot for me, and you know, I just hope and pray that you know, she found somebody that truly can love her the way she deserves, because she is a good woman. She's a great woman, and you know what I mean. I have nothing bad to say about her. Nothing. She was a great woman. She is a good woman. You know what I mean. One of the best people beside my mother that I ever met. She, yeah, intelligent, classy, sincere, compassionate, real. You know what I mean. She's just a good person. So we're about to wrap this up. Uh, you know what I mean? This has been another video podcast. This is the second one. Like I said, I'm gonna try to pump, you know what I mean, at least a couple out a week. You know what I mean? See how y'all feel these first, and then, you know, we'll take it from there. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is Straight Talk with your man Definite. And this has been Young Man Chronicles Part 4. The video. You know what I mean? We done came up on you. You know what I'm saying? You thought we was done. Well, we just beginning. You know what I mean? So I appreciate the support, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make these a lot better. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get a few people to try to do these with me. You know what I mean? The videos, podcasts, and all that. But you know, like and subscribe to Straight Talk with Definite on YouTube. You know what I mean? I only got, this will be the second video, so you know what I mean? This is just beginning, but you know, support me, man. And I'll definitely keep pumping them out, I promise you. And we'll get more content that, you know what I mean, that you love, you know what I'm saying? And you can also support me on Facebook page, Straight Talk with Definite. You can find me on Facebook. I got a, you know, podcast page on there. And you can definitely support Straight Talk with Definite on Anchor or Spotify, you know what I mean, or Google Podcasts. Um, I, it's some more platforms, but I can't think of all of them. But definitely Anchor FM, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. You can support me on there. So, you know, let me know what y'all think. You know, leave some comments and suggestions, and you know, I thank you again for tuning in. All right, peace.